So a self-reflection I've had the past days. Um, pretty, pretty big one, I would say. I've realized that I feel bad for taking up people's time in a way that stops me from being myself. I feel bad for taking people's time and energy, as in I I see my um, uh, sharing of information and conversation and emotional stuff, things that don't directly benefit them, and that they might not be necessarily interested in hearing, i.e., things that I tell them more for my own sake than for their sake, than for our shared sake. Um, for example, me telling somebody about a rough day I've had, or what I'm going through, or an emotional, or a realization or whatever, like talking about myself, I suppose. Um, I'm very aware of, or rather, I feel very much like I'm making the person in front of me pay something for letting me, by allowing me to say these things. They're paying a price. I'm making them paying a price. I'm even forcing them to pay a price, which is the price of listening to me, the price of receiving uh, emotional baggage in a way, um, paying a price of time, and all these. Uh, Whether I'm right or wrong about that, it's I think a pretty fucked up way, a fucked up perspective on things, seeing it as time as a currency. Um, Disconnects me a lot from the present. It's very disconnected from the present moment for sure, and it's a very shameful, shameful mindset, like a mindset full of shame, filled with shame and self depreciation, whatever that word is. Um, because I feel like I don't deserve the other person's time, and I guess that comes from sort of a new mindset I've reached, that nobody owes me anything. I don't owe anything to anybody else either. I'm not sure that's the complete truth though, but right now I've realized that I feel bad about taking up people's time through my conversation. Um, the conversation, I feel pressured to have an entertaining conversation for them, because otherwise it feels like I'm stealing something from them. And this is stopping me from being myself. This is stopping me from being vulnerable to some extent, which is not good. Uh, so how should I tackle this? Based on Murietta's advice, I should tackle this by not thinking so much about that, just being myself, saying the things I want to say, taking up the other person's time, I suppose, and silencing that feeling of guilt, and pay attention to the atmosphere, pay attention to, am I doing too much right now? And if it turns out I am, then I can stop. I read the room. Just paying attention. Staying present and paying attention. As long as I'm confident in that I am enough aware of my surroundings and the people in the conversation, then I should allow myself to simply be present and say whatever feels right to say.